Welcome to the new Statesville DIY skate park.
I can still remember the first time that we kissed, feeling light as a feather. I always wanna feel like this, but at some point we messed up, right, sugar? And when we fight, no one wants to stop. And as time goes by, I wonder, can we reverse the fall? Can we go back to that place?
Now this DIY is following the recent trend in my area of cities not really wanting to build a skate park, so they just sanction a place similar to this abandoned warehouse for skaters to kind of build their own as long as they follow some rules. The Kilbourne DIY over in the Charlotte area is another example of this, but this is the newest one, I think. This one opened up, I think, this past June, maybe earlier than that. But one of the guys that runs the park reached out to me, wanted to do a tour to get the name out for this park so people can start donating and coming and skating it and enjoying this fresh new DIY. Now this DIY has two sections. There's this indoor section, as you can see behind me, and then over there's an outdoor section. We're gonna start this tour with going over everything that's on the inside.
And when we fight, no one wants to stop. And it's time.
Now, right off the bat, the first thing I'm noticing is that they have repurposed a lot of old stuff from the Mooresville skate park. If you don't know, the Mooresville park recently got redone within the past 2 years or so, and before it was a full concrete park, it used to be those prefab plastic metal skate parks, and it looks like a lot of the obstacles here were taken from that. So for example, most of these ramps in this inside area were taken from that Mooresville skate park, which I guess is cool. I thought they would have trashed all that, but I guess they saved it, and now Statesville, this new DIY area, gets to benefit from it by using all this prefab stuff. Along with the prefab ramps in here, there's this rainbow rail, which I don't think is bolted down, so probably gonna stay away from that. There's this ride-on rail. It's super tiny. Honestly, that'd be great to maybe learn 50/50s on for the first time if you really wanted to. And then there's a couple other rails and things, but the main feature of this area is right behind me. You can see this Statesville logo right here. It's just a giant vert wall. You can kind of ride up it. Looks pretty cool. I actually saw for the first time they were like advertising this park on Instagram, and some dude like went up and around that thing, and they got this really cool picture. It is pretty sick. That's not something I will be doing, but I think that is just a cool feature to have, and they did a great job with the graffiti. It just looks really cool. In the back corner of this area, they have like the hangout section. Looks like there's a grill over there, just some chairs. There's also a little ramp to kind of turn around and enter back into this indoor section. Yeah, it's just a place to chill, put your bags. And then, if you're done skating inside, you can go walk through this door, and that leads you to the outdoor section where they've got a couple other things for you to skate. For me, the main feature of outside is this mini ramp for sure. This is one of those things that came from the Mooresville skate park. It's about 5 feet. I think it's a 5-foot ramp on each side. Metal quarter pipes and stuff can get really slippery and honestly can just be kind of dangerous, but I know they're working with what they got and they're gonna build more. I'm sure over time everything's gonna get better, but metal mini ramps aren't quite for me. They kind of scare me because they're just a little slippery. But the mini ramp is not all they have out here. They have this ride-on vert wall looking thing. I do like this bank that they've kind of added into this concrete wall back here. Along with the mini ramp, it's like a whole flow section. You can kind of flow through the mini ramp section. Then attached to the mini ramp is this bank, which you can see right here. And then past the mini ramp over here, there's just a bunch of flat. There's this really cool curved rail. That looks fun. And there's a mani pad, some rails. It looks like these rails aren't bolted down, so you can move them out of the way and move them wherever you need. And then there's like this weird pump section. I don't know how I feel about this. This little red thing is a little weird. It's not built super great for it to be concrete in DIY. I'm sure they can fix it with Bondo or just more concrete eventually, but it does look like it could be fun to like pump through, hit the quarter, and then come back around and maybe get some speed for the round for that curved rail that's over here behind it. The mani pad's great. It's like 3 inches off the ground. It'd be perfect to learn new tricks on. I think that's how I learned to kickflip manual on something that small. So it's perfect. It also has some grinding, some angle iron on the side. So if you're learning how to 50/50 for the first time, honestly, that could be a great place to do it. But this is kind of the whole outside area. I assume they're going to build more. This seems like the area that's built the least up. I feel like they focus most of their attention on the inside, and this is kind of like an afterthought for now until they've made some more stuff. But Yeah, everything seems pretty cool. So I definitely didn't hit every single obstacle that they have here, but with my drone shots and the separate angles I've showed you of everything, you should get a good sense of what this park looks like and the layout, and if you would be interested in coming to skate it or not. Now, I'm currently trying to beat a hurricane. There's a hurricane coming down from Florida, so pretty much today, the day I'm filming, is Wednesday. It's supposed to rain all afternoon today, Thursday, and into Friday. So this is really the only day I had to film this before we got a bunch of rain. I was told by the people that make the park that once it rains, it's just like a flood down here, because we are kind of on the bottom of a hill, so all the runoff just kind of comes down here and it pools into this skate park. Now, a couple small details about the area. There's a really nice housing development right there. There's this basketball court and park and this walking trail around the park. So it is in a pretty nice area. Sometimes DIYs can be put in sketchy areas, but I think the city did a good job with putting it right next to other recreational facilities like that park. So I think it's cool. So if you're skating and you trust your kids, you could drop your kids off at the park, come skate the skate park here, and then pick them up and go home. It really is a pretty nice location, all things considered. So like I said, we're trying to beat the rain. I have no idea how much time I'm going to get to skate. We're going to try to get some clips just so you can see what things skate like. And yeah, let's get right to it. This has been the Statesville DIY.
So unfortunately you can't hear me, but I'm basically saying the ramps are wet. It started misting, like lightly raining. So all the metal ramps are wet. So I had to skate other stuff.
Pouring rain, and no matter what we go through, love will still remain. So do what you want, baby. You and me in the sun. Know that I still be here when the day is done. So come a little bit closer, and I'll tell you what I feel inside. You know I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. You know I'm gonna wait on you. Yes, I'm gonna wait on you. No one's gonna love you like I do. So glad that I found you. You're the missing